We also just lost James Van Der Beek, and you worked with him, and you know it was such a tight-knit little family where you guys shot. What do you remember about James?
It's really
For a Colombian that never
James was beautiful. You know, it's really hard. It's very loaded and layered. He was a beautiful human being. I think everyone will attest to that. There's not one person you can meet that won't say great things about him because he is that person. He is that great. And it's way too young, and it's a very, very sad loss. And you know, I wrote that show it was me in my backyard making movies. It was sort of my life story. And so you can't cast me, you have to cast the TV version. And James was that beautiful kid who came along and just sort of so analytical and so, you know, such a brat. And because he would challenge me and say, well, what does this mean? And why are we doing it this way? And he became just such a partner on the show. He was Dawson. He was exactly the filmmaker who was, you know, he was great. He was such a great person to have on. He was such a leader.
What does it say that he was the perfect match for you?
I don't know if he wasn't a perfect match for me. He was the better version of me. He was the version of me I wish I was. You got to, you know, upgrade. And he was the perfect upgrade. He wasn't me. He was so much more.
Shoot him now! Do it now! Oh, you got it. He's dead. You need to make sure you shoot him in the head. I'm gonna burn it all down. Mother!
You know, 30 years is a long time. What was it like when you got the call from Neve and she says, come on, let's do this?
Well, I mean, the first thing I did was I cried. And yeah, I'm a big crybaby. And I said, yes, of course, I want to do it. And I was terrified, but you know, it was a great moment. It just felt really great. It felt full circle. It felt like if Neve's coming back, this is the one I would want to direct, you know, because and it turned out to be the best experience of my life.
What's it like to be the godfather of this franchise? Look, people rarely make 7 movies.
That is true, and I feel really old, but I also would share that with Wes Craven. Yeah. You know, I mean, I can't. I would love to take all the credit for this franchise, but I just can't. It's been Wes Craven, and then now a lot of new talent has come along, and you know, with Radio Silence, Matt and Tyler, and they steered the last 2 franchises to, you know, they were wildly successful because of that, man.
It's interesting because in talking to Matthew over the years and playing golf with him a couple times, he talks about the wild ride when this movie blew up out of nowhere and everybody, it was like all of a sudden they were some of the biggest stars in the world. What was it like? Do you remember when this thing just exploded?
You know, it was so weird because I don't remember. You're talking about 30 years ago, right? Well, that was I was so busy. I was like a little deer in the headlights. I was this young kid who had never experienced anything like this. And so I don't remember it. It all went by in a flash. It's like I forgot to enjoy it. So I'm going to try to enjoy it tonight.
And also, what's it like that so many people are back? So many of the big names are back. And was it twisting arms, or was everybody like, I'm in?
Everybody, it wasn't twisting arms. I thought everyone responded really well, and they're like, what do you want me to do? I feel like everyone has a love for this franchise that have been a part of it, because it's sort of created a family. When you have a franchise, everyone becomes tight. You see each other periodically, and you kind of become a family. And so I think everyone was happy to get the gang back together.